obvious question is obvious. Where the hell is everyone? This is the number 2 top story of the week. This is from 02857 or 9 Bitcoin territory, June 4th. 69 comments, 2,847 sats. Guillaume, what's this?
Yeah, I hate that I can't pronounce their name, but 028 uh, is basically talking about the empty mempool or empty blocks and empty mempool, and why when Bitcoin is perhaps more useful than ever, and we're seeing we should have more adoption than ever. There's actually there's still empty blocks. Like where is everyone, and why aren't there more people taking advantage of Bitcoin and using Bitcoin? And so that's kind of the discussion he starts. And then, everyone chimes in basically. It's early. Um, People are using paper instruments now. Lightning is working. So we've scaled off chain pretty effectively. You have, a variety of kind of answers here. I think earliness is probably the best explanation in addition to paper Bitcoin. And custodial services, I think overwhelmingly. It's not that there's like a bunch of self-sovereign Lightning users who've scaled off chain. I would guess that's probably like maybe 10% of the volume on Lightning is like real personal non-custodial usage.
I don't understand. What's the complaint though? Like, I don't understand.
Bitcoin is not being used. The blocks are empty.
So what's going on? Because I
Well,
could have sworn like a year ago people were complaining that there's 8 billion people coming. People in Africa can't send a transaction. We need eCash. We need Cashew. We need Nost. Like I remember, like this was the complaint everybody had a year ago. We need to pass all these
well,
things.
because
Like and then now they're complaining that where's everyone? And so what? Wait, what's going on now? Like why are people complaining now?
well, this guy isn't the same person as all those people. So that's
But why are they complaining now? Because it seems to be working fine now.
Well, so if you remember the period of time last year when everyone was concerned about uh, being able to scale off chain, we had very full blocks because there was tons of ordinal spam, and fees went up a lot, and opening and closing, and Lightning had a lot of trouble because it hadn't really been in an environment where fees were high. We got a lot of forced closures and stuff. So that just got a lot of people concerned about the future of block space and whether we had the technology to scale off of and scale up, I guess, Bitcoin usage while on-chain usage is congested. And so that was a year ago, and then now we have empty blocks where we're not even seeing enough ordinal spam to fill up these blocks anymore. And I think even removing the ordinal spam part of this, which tends to be emotionally charged for people, um, there's not a lot of monetary use of Bitcoin happening non-custodially on chain, and that should be, um, I think, at least worthy of talking about, worthy of asking about. Why isn't it happening?
What do you mean? Why? This is oh my god, where's the memes, bro? Like this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. And I'm not getting mad at you, Kia. I'm getting mad at the camera and the people in the space. This is the stick with the guy on the bicycle, and they're going like this, and they're like, "What? Why is this happening? Why is this happening?" You literally have Jack Mallers up there, like selling securities with Bitcoin. You have MicroStrategy up there selling securities with Bitcoin. You have ETFs. You have multiple ETFs. You have BlackRock. You have the store value narrative being pushed to everybody. You have Trump running his own token schemes. You have that whole narrative being pushed, and you have the whole medium of exchange narrative not being pushed at all. You have Tether getting spread out to the masses, and stable coins being pushed out to the masses, and now people are complaining like, oh, no one's using Bitcoin. Oh, no one's using, and now people are complaining about that. This is the most ridiculous thing. This is what you wanted. This is what all the conferences were about. This is what people were accepting. They didn't want you to run nodes. They didn't want you to have Bitcoin. They wanted you to have all these other things, because this is what they said that you should have. This is what the narrative was. This is the narrative that they were pushing. This is the most ridiculous thing in the world. This is a ridiculous post. Ridiculous
I
post.
don't think it's that ridiculous. I don't, it's not like you're conflating. This guy is just asking a question. And
It's the
so
dumbest question in the world.
I don't think it's that dumb. I
It's
think
a
it's,
dumb question, because it's like, this is what everybody wanted. This is what everybody voted for. This is what everybody tuned in for.
all right. Well, I think it's a great question. I think it's worth asking. I think
It's not worth asking if everybody wants it, Keyan.
okay,
It's
you've made your point. You don't need to keep making it. We just disagree on whether certain questions are worth asking, even if the answer is obvious to you, even though
it's obvious to everybody.
it's not obvious to everybody, because lots of people have different answers in the question in the thread here. So
It's not obvious to everybody. It's obvious to look. Buying MicroStrategy and IBIT, Coinbase custody paper Bitcoins aren't on chain. There it goes. All the stackers know. Oh, this is a Roger. I'm not going to read that. You'll feed the trolls. They come sooner or later. Oh my God. Come on, guys. Yeah, most people just aren't using it as a medium exchange yet. They're speculating. Everybody's speculating as like it's a fucking security. Haven't you seen the Cash App commercials where like, I'll buy 15 cents on Bitcoin? It's like, who the fuck buys 15 cents on fucking Bitcoin? No one. You just fucking buy Bitcoin. Dude, this is the most ridiculous. This is the dude. We got to do better at the memes. Like, seriously. Like, do we got to start pumping? Do we need plebs doing memes again? Like, this is fucking sad. Like, this is sad, dude.
I don't think it's that sad. I actually read the post, so I actually understand the point he's making and all the subtleties in it, and I don't even think I don't think people asking questions that you think you have an obvious answer to is dumb. So that's my point. I think there we don't exactly know the reason why blocks are empty, but I think paper Bitcoin is certainly a big point, a big part of it. And
I just
I don't think it's.
I think it's completely obvious to me that if everybody wants something to happen, and the ecosystem as a whole, because it was like the ecosystem as a whole wants stable coins, they want Tether, they want security, they want Bitcoin to be a security. Like, and these are big players, Keon. These aren't small players. Like, we're me and you and like the builders here in Austin, we're small pond. Like, we're not that big. Like, no one pays attention to us. But these bigger players that are out there, like, they move the market. Like, they have all the connections, they have all the Bitcoin, they have all the wealth. Like, these are the people that tell people what the direction the ecosystem's going. So yes, this is the direction the space was going. This is the message they were sending out there to everybody, that hey, we're moving it in this direction. Everybody get on board. And now everybody's wondering like, why aren't the blocks being like, and you're surprised? Like, haven't you been listening to the mainstream podcast? Haven't you been following the news? Like, I'm just like, what have you been tuning into? I don't know. I'm just kind of shocked. Like, tune into Stacker.News. You'll at least hear my rants every week talk about this crap.
Yeah, what a joy that is.
Jeez, like even Darth Coin has been calling this out on Stacker.News. Like, listen to the people that have been calling this out. Like myself, Darth Coin. Like, there's other people on Stacker.News calling this out. I mean, we're not always right, but this was completely obvious. Anyways, sorry, Kia. I didn't mean to upset you.
I think it's mostly the kind of the underappreciation for how it's worth discussing the specifics of this and figuring out to what degree everything contributes to it.
It's
and
bad.
just like a complete like dismissal and let's just assume that there are bad actors.
I didn't say they were bad. I never
No,
once
I
said they
know,
were
like
bad actors.
no, but
I never once said they were bad actors. I
it
never
doesn't
said that.
it doesn't matter that if you said they're bad actors, but you assume that the whole space has like a personhood and it acts on behalf of everyone.
I
And
never said that.
I'm abstracting what you said because I can't fucking literally quote what you said. It doesn't matter. I think this is
I didn't call them as bad.
perhaps if anyone cares about issues like this and discussing the nuance and doesn't want to listen to someone say the answer is obvious, I know all the answers, they can go and read this post on the site.
Yeah, I didn't call them bad actors. They're just following the greed. They're following the money. That's not bad acting. That's just they're just running a business. They're just running it not very principally or not very morally. That's all. But I mean, the simple truth is this, right? Like you can run a company, and that company can run, and they can go and make as much money as they possibly can, and they can step over people. They can even get to the point where they even hurt and dominate society, and hurt and dominate and step over the poor, and do horrific things, right? And they can do that, and it's well within their interest to do that. I believe you shouldn't do that. I believe that there's ways to once you get enough and you have enough, you leave the rest for everybody else. That's what I believe. And I think you can run a business that way and be successful. There's other people in the ecosystem that don't believe that, and that's okay. You can two both can exist at the same time in history. They don't have to all follow the same thing, and that's what's great about Bitcoin. And that's not saying that they're evil or they're bad, Keon. I'm just saying that that's what's going on. That's all I'm saying. That's not calling them out or anything like that. That's just what's going on.